I hope to see you guys on tour this fall. Classic Climb Tour, Atlanta, August 21st. DC, August 28th. Lots of great speakers, lots of great opportunities to build a brand that you love, like, trust, getting up every day, checking on. See you on tour.
There's what they call family offices, and most people don't know what those are.
Yep.
A family office is where you have a group, a family that's worth $100 million, and they actually have their own financial team. Instead of dealing with Goldman Sachs and Charles Schwab, they actually hire people regularly to work for them exclusively, be their financial advisor, be their capital raiser, their estate planner, their HR person, their estate planning. And this is all they do, and they pay them extremely well. So I realized that that's actually what I do for middle class America. I actually provide people a family office for middle class professional America.
Wait. Back that up. Okay. Because I've talked about family offices in my Rise to 20%. He just dropped off some free game, right? Because we only talk about that in our paid content, but we're gonna let him back it up again. Everybody, make sure you pull out your pen and paper. What is a family office? Break it down one more time, because I know people be like, man, he's talking fast. I got to get these notes. He gonna give it to you again. Go ahead.
Yeah. So typically, a family office is a family that's worth about $100 million. And like corporate America, if you know the big four, the big 8 accounting companies, they go out and do taxes and consulting for companies to save them millions of dollars in taxes and to grow the millions of dollars, like Goldman Sachs, and underwrite financial investments. A family office is owned and operated by a wealth family. The Walmarts, the Waltons, the Cook Company, the Rockefellers. They all have on staff
family office.
And just like a chauffeur and a concierge, they hire these people, and that's all they do for them. So they have accountants, CPAs, they have financial advisors that are high certified financial planners that only go out and find corporate investments. I'm talking about commercial property. I'm talking about, developments that are 100, 200 acres, 10, $20 million deals where they're actually planning, Erica, for 2 to 3 generations down the road to transfer that wealth tax-free, not for their children, but for their children's children. And they have a team of attorneys, a team of CPAs, a team of financial advisors, and it's called a family office. And they work exclusively for that family. And they get paid
living well,
hundreds and thousands and millions of dollars, because these families are making on average 7 to 12% return on all their investments across the board. So think about this. You need that now in professional middle class. And that's literally what we do. We actually have people on our staff that actually could be working for family office families. And matter of fact, 2 of our people actually do. And one of them run a $2 billion portfolio for 4 families that are collectively worth $500 million.
Man, DJ, did I talk to you about the fact that there's because we're talking about family offices, we found a storage unit deal with 64 units. Come to find out who the owner is, guy's like, oh yeah, we'll sell you that one because we're buying a bigger one in another part of town. He's like, I'm surprised you called and asked, see if we were selling. I haven't got a lot of calls lately. And I think it's when people don't realize that the conversation with these people at this office is more important to me than even the freaking price of the storage unit place, right? And somebody on my staff was running around calling around. And there's wealth of knowledge there, people, that these people play the long game. A lot of people try to get on the phone, DJ, and they're like, hey, I want to make 6 figures next year and quit my job and do this and do that. And I go, wait a minute. Let's strategize. How do we walk you out of your job so that you're not struggling, you're not in desperate poverty, you don't burn up all your credit cards, and you're not doing risky investments to try to, like, I'm gonna try to flip this money and I'm gonna do all this stuff. Like, we want you to make sound decisions. Okay. And again, winter is coming. Like, you even used it in your video description. I love it. I put it in the chat, you guys, but go ahead, DJ. I just wanted to share that with you. We'll talk off camera about that deal.
It's funny you say that, Erica, because we have a philosophy at our company called the Crawl, Walk, Run program for sustainability long term. Don't come to me talking about, hey, show me how to make $10 million tomorrow. Show me how to make $10,000 today, because that program don't work. And if it did work, it ain't sustainable. Okay. And unfortunately, we live in a microwavable society right now where everybody is seeing the end results of somebody who has been truly successful, and they think that they just happened overnight. And then you have the people, what I call with the New Jack City hustle mentality, the digital age.
Yeah.
And what I mean by that, when the winter is coming, is that if you ever saw the movie New Jack City, if you ever saw Scarface, if you ever saw Goodfellas, if you ever saw American Gangster, at the end of the movie, everybody dies and go to jail.
That's exactly.
How do we miss that narrative?
They forget that whole point of the movie. They don't fell asleep on that part.
Right. They get caught up in the sexy part, but at the end of all those movies, somebody's dying, somebody's going to jail.
Well, I call it the trap we can see. You ever see where people like, maybe if I could just stick my hand in there just a little bit different, if I slide in to the right, or if I do this, no, it's a trap. And that's why it's a trap. Don't do it. Don't even think about it.
Well, you know what it is. We in today's society where I'm always the special person. I'm always be the one that can break and crack the code and beat the system. I'm gonna beat the house in Vegas. It does not happen.
I'm gonna count cards so good that they ain't gonna catch me.
Right? Exactly. You know what I mean? I mean, also talk about when we talk about the winter is coming. Even I've never watched an episode of Game of Thrones, but everybody who knows anything, that's an old statement that goes back 100 years. The winter is coming. The writing is on the wall. I mean, and think about this, and this is relate to the Olympics to show you how we specialize and over pamper people that don't see the winter is coming. Think about Simone Biles.
Yep.
She decided to quit on her freaking team.
I still love her
at the Olympics because she had a couple of bad moments. And unfortunately, she's under all this pressure. What pressure are you under? Listen,
it's a lot of components to what she's dealing with, but long term, you don't want that for your legacy. Yeah, that's why when everybody keeps talking about her, I'm like, listen, girl's having a mental illness, I want her to go lay down. But if long term legacy, like I told people, I said Simone Biles could sit down tomorrow and teach at some school, and kids from all over the world would come to that school and watch her teach. But you got to close out well. That's any story in America. You got to close out well.
The first thing that came to my mind was that young lady back in '96, Shrugs or whatever, who actually helped the Olympic team win a gold medal on a severely bad ankle.
Yeah. They love your goatee, by the way.
Oh.
We're going to make him have a goatee at Atlanta and Houston locations for the events.
You know, that's funny. Yeah, so anyway, that caught me off guard.
Okay. Thought it was funny. But what you said earlier about the movie, he said, Riley Freeman, I know all the mistakes they made, so I'll know what to do. And that's the thing. It's like people really believe I'll do something a little bit different. And I'm like, no.
You're not gonna if you're that one unicorn that beats the system, you're that one.
Good luck, but you'll have to hide for the rest of your life.
Exactly. You know, but at the end of the day, see, the winter is coming because look, what's on the wall? What's on the wall?